For the past couple of days, I have been watching the Neil Young Joe Rogan situation unfolding in relation to Spotify. The old musician had come to believe that Rogan, along with some of his guests, were spreading misinformation and wanted the world famous podcaster taken off the air. Young, using his music as leverage, made clear in an ultimatum to Spotify that it was either him or Joe. Thankfully, the executives over at Spotify did not submit to his use of coercion, and Young was forced to honour his ultimatum by walking away with his music. Although he went on to make the preposterous statement that he is against censorship, I see this as a win for freedom of speech. But one thing should be very clear to us all. There is an army of fact-checkers, censors, and feeble-minded crybabies who salivate at the prospect of silencing those with whom they disagree. But censorship is nothing new. People have been persecuted and indeed murdered since the days of Socrates for expressing their views. And while I am thankful that we have stopped using fire and poison to silence those who speak blasphemy, today the heretics are silenced by removing them from the place where their ideas have the most impact and reach, the digital space. And make no mistake, the battle against censorship is a religious battle, and such overlapping and connected philosophies like political correctness, wokeism, Marxism, collectivism, fascism, and postmodernism are all important chapters written in this New Age Bible. It is a totalitarian and deeply flawed system of control which demands a supreme level of discipline and subservience from its followers, and there is no aspect of life that is clear from its reach. Ironically, this leftist religion has been gaining traction over the years under the guise of tolerance, which to my mind highlights its devout followers for the cruel and stupid people that they are. But the greatest obstacle on the road to this hellish utopia is truth, and truth is best perpetuated through speech, the written word, or indeed art. Many decades ago, Stalin, a man who subscribed to much of the doctrine of the leftist Bible, said the following at the height of his power: "Ideas are more powerful than guns. We would not let our enemies have guns, so why would we let them have ideas?" The modern leftist, a proud conformist, a useful idiot, blindly performs the duty of protecting those in power, and tragically lacks the moral and intellectual sophistication to see it. Now I will move on to the nature of the word misinformation, and how it is simply used to censor the nonconformist. Misinformation is quite simply false information that is used to deceive an audience. It is a lie being told to intentionally persuade people. And while I fully believe that liars should be punished, it is reasonable and fair to first establish if the person who misspoke did so with the intention to deceive, made an honest mistake, or even believes fully the words spoken with the backing of evidence. Unfortunately, platforms like Twitter and YouTube have a strong left-leaning tendency, and that's not how it works. Any comment or content created which runs counter to the doctrine of leftist lunacy is targeted, erased, and the account holder banned. I will now present examples of what views are unacceptable and how they can be labelled in order to achieve censorship. Children are almost certainly safe from COVID-19 and do not need the vaccine is misinformation. A trans woman is a biological male is viewed as transphobic. The Defence Forces should not march in the Pride Parade is viewed as homophobic. All lives matter is racist. Political appointments should be made by merit, not gender, is viewed as sexist. Undocumented or illegal immigrants should be deported is viewed as xenophobic. And one of my favourites, let's discuss your concerns face to face, is viewed as a physical threat. This is certainly not an exhaustive list, but merely a simple taste of how basic facts and logical opinions are typically misrepresented by the left, and as I previously mentioned, There is no area of your life that is safe from this kind of deranged judgement. Everything they want to control has a weaponized label at the ready, which is always deployed to assassinate one's character and never one's argument. Unfortunately, due to the recent moral climate, such tactics are very effective, and like a pack of rabid dogs, these ultra-conformists hunt in groups. They celebrate and congratulate each other on a job well done as they mass report comments, videos, and accounts to the digital censors. And to the weak, feeble-minded idiots who joyously and perversely seek out people to defame and censor, I will say the following. You are the people who share the ideas of those who made Socrates drink the poison for the crime of blasphemy, who persecuted Galileo, Solzhenitsyn, and Spinoza for challenging the dominant philosophy of their time. You are the people who share the ideas of the killers of the Charlie Hebdo cartoonists and of the Ayatollah Khomeini who called for the assassination of Salman Rushdie for the crime of creating offensive literature. And although the pendulum of political power favours and protects those of you who perpetuate the immorality of the suppression of thought and speech, there will no doubt come a time in future when the truth will not only prevail, but spill blood in doing so.